Welcome to another Meeples and Milkshakes Board Game Cafe unboxing video. This is Jim. This is the first video. We are on location at our actual store. Here it is. It's not renovated yet. This is the state it was in when the cubbyhole closed down. We have brought all of our games and puzzles here. We're going to be open on Saturday morning, 8:30 to 2 o'clock. And we're doing an unboxing right now, and we're going to have all of the stuff that we unbox on the shelves tonight in preparation for tomorrow morning. So let's get at it. So first up, we have Chronicles of Crime, the 1 to 4 player cooperative game. I have played this and it is a lot of fun. I have friends who borrowed my copy and really enjoyed it as well. This is like a crime scene investigation game. You're going to download an app to your iPhone or Android device, and you're going to see crime scenes, and you're going to be trying to figure out what caused the crime, and the app will help you, and there's cards in there that'll help you try to solve the crime. It's a heck of a lot of fun. There's also some scenario expansions that are available for this game. That's Chronicles of Crime. Next up, we have Richard Garfield's Robo Rally, which is a special order. We just have the one copy, so this one will not be available tomorrow, but we can get this in. It's in stock at our distributor. In fact, we only ordered this on Wednesday, and it's now Friday, and we already have it, so that's an indication how quickly we can get things when the stars align. I have not played Robo Rally, but it's a very famous game. It's been around for a long time. It's ages 12 and up for 2 to 6 players. And you can see it comes with these really nice Robo Minis. Yeah, this is I do know this is I guess genre-wise, it's a programming game. You program your robots to do what you want using the cards, and you're trying to, defeat the other robots. So that's Robo Rally. Here we have Sonora. This is brand new this week by Pandasaurus Games. This game plays 1 to 4 players in 30 to 45 minutes. It is billed as the world's first flick and write game. It is a dexterity game, and you are going to be writing on your score sheet, and you're going to be flicking these little tiles. I have not played it yet because it's brand new. This is the first time I've seen it in person. This is getting hugely good reviews by the people who have had advanced copies. Super excited about this game. I think we just have the one copy in this shipment. It is not spoken for yet, so this will be available at the store, and we do have more copies coming. So if you miss out on the first one, you can get it, and you can even email us at info@meeples.ca to reserve it. That's Sonora. Last up in this box is Stonemaier Games Charterstone. Charterstone is a 2 to 6 players. No, it says 1 to 6 players. I can't imagine playing it solo personally, but having played this at 5 and 6 players, but I don't know, that might be really interesting. This is a legacy game. It is a worker placement, resource management, legacy game. And the box doesn't show you much because everything in this game is supposed to be a surprise. They want you to discover the game as you play it. But I will say there's a map with a bunch of places that you can place your little meeples, and they'll give you different things, and you're trying to score points, of course. Again, I'm not trying to spoil things. All I can say is this is one of the most unique and amazing experiences that you can have playing board games. It is a 12-part legacy style campaign. You can play this game through the campaign once in this box. Once you've played the campaign, you will have a fully playable, replayable game. And then you can, if you do want to play it again, you can flip the board over onto its opposite side, which looks just like your first side you used, and it's empty. And then you can buy a Charterstone recharge pack that has all of the components that get spent in the game, like stickers and cards and things like that, that are supposed to be, that are in little boxes and envelopes to be a surprise. And so when you start with the recharge pack, hopefully maybe you're lending it to a new group of people that are playing it, or you're playing it with a new group yourself, and then everybody can rediscover all the fun things in the box that way. Charterstone is incredible. We just sold a copy and we were out of stock, and we were able to get it right back in stock right away, which is very cool. So there we go, Charterstone. Oh yeah. Here we have another special order. This is Dungeons & Dragons Tomb of Annihilation, the board game. This is the only copy. It is still in stock at the distributor. I can get another one. I have not played this, but it's super cool. I have heard that it's super cool. I do know it's designed by Kevin Wilson, who's a great designer. D&D Adventure System cooperative game. So yeah, I don't really know what to say about this other than it is very neat. And it's in a big, quite heavy box. So there's a lot of game in here. And for the price, it's an excellent value. I don't remember the price off the top of my head. I just remember being very surprised that it was quite affordable considering the size of the box and all the stuff in it. So that's Tomb of Annihilation. We were sold out of Fox and the Forest Duet, but here now we have 4 more copies of this charming little cooperative game. It is a 2-player cooperative trick-taking game. And this is a heck of a lot of fun. You each have a hand of 11 cards each round, and you'll play up to 3 rounds. You might be able to beat the game in fewer rounds, and that would be awesome if you could. You'll get more points if you do. You'll each have 11 cards, and then you'll each play 1 card secretly. You're not allowed to talk about what cards you have in your hand. And whoever plays the highest card will then move there's a little piece on the little board. There's a little board about that big in the box, and you're trying to collect all the gems that are on the board, and the cards explain the movement of the piece, and together you're trying to do a bit of give and take to determine who's going to win. Based on where you are on the board, you know, like, okay, well, I'm really close to the end of the board here. We need to start going that way. That means my partner needs to win the upcoming tricks. So they need to play a higher card, so I'm going to play a lower card. And you just basically, without speaking about what you're planning on doing or what you're holding in your hand, you're trying to deftly move around the board and collect all the gems so that you can win the game. Heck of a lot of fun, a very, very simple little game, and we're just totally smitten with it and happy to have it back in stock. Finally, we have Clank. We had just sold out of Clank. And here's another copy of Clank. This is the 2 to 4 player deck building adventure game. I always lament the back of this box because it's really dark and doesn't do a great job of showing how cool this game looks. But this is a deck building game. Everybody starts with the same small little deck of cards that do different things, letting you move around the map and do different things, and then during the game you're buying more cards to make your deck better and trying to get through the board to collect artifacts and other treasures and things that get you points, and then get back out in time before the dragon gets you. You do not want the dragon to get you. And the more quickly you move and the more reckless you are, the more you clank, the more noise you make, and the more you alert the dragon to your presence. So you need to be really careful, and this is a heck of a lot of fun. It is a push your luck game at its core, deck building game, push your luck game, a little bit of take that in this game for sure. So much fun. I've played this so many times with so many people, and I've seen so many other people play this game. Everybody loves this game. One of the most fun games there is, to be quite honest. There are some expansions for it as well because it has been so popular and successful. So we have this back in stock, Clank. And another copy of Clank. So there we go, 2 copies of Clank in stock this time. We also had just sold out of Aeon's End Legacy, and here is another copy. So now that is back in stock. This is a cooperative deck building legacy game. There's a lot of buzzwords there altogether. A 1 to 4 player game, 60-minute sessions. I have not had the pleasure of playing this. It didn't come out all that long ago, and due to current events, I haven't been able to try it. But we brought in a number of these, and they're all gone. It's quite a popular game. Aeon's End is a popular game, even the non-legacy version. We do have it in our library. I've played it, really enjoy it. It's a really neat cooperative deck building game. You're all trying to defeat the big bad monster together. So imagine there's a lot more of the same in here. This is a big, heavy box, and there's a lot of fun experiences in this box for you and your crew. Brought in, I believe this is a brand new exit game. I don't think we've ever had this one before, have we? The Polar Station. So that's a new exit game. And there's also another copy of The Forgotten Island. So there we go. More exit games. These are the non-replayable but super fun escape room games. Then we have the very replayable cooperative word guessing game, Letter Jam. This one is actually spoken for already. We started playing this over the last holiday season and played it at pretty much every supported player count and really like it. This is a thinky word game. It's not like a party game per se. I mean, not to say you won't have fun playing it with your group, but this is definitely more of a thinky strategy game. It's a little bit tricky to explain, so I'm not going to try in the video, but I suggest you go watch some videos on YouTube about it if you're interested. This is readily available. I can bring in more, and I will, because I ordered it and it was spoken for right away, so I have to order it again. Letter Jam, an awesome game by Czech Games Edition for 2 to 6 players. The other great thing about this is that it plays up to 6 players. We have also restocked Call to Adventure because we were getting low on that. I think we only had 1 copy left. This has been a very popular game here, and we wanted to make sure kept bringing it in. This is the 1 to 4 player game. Can be played cooperatively, competitively, and solo. And it's an adventure game. It is super popular right now. There is a new expansion coming out. Actually, it's a standalone expansion called the Stormlight Archive. This should be coming out, I think, this month. I'm pretty sure it's coming out this month. We have a number of copies ordered and already a number of copies spoken for because this game is so well received. Another one of our favorite games that we started playing in 2020 is Silver and Gold. This is a treasure of a game. We love it. This is a 2 to 4 player game, plays in 20 minutes, according to the box, and I believe it says 8 and up. I also believe that. There are some dry erase markers in the box, and you're going to actually write on these cards. It's a flip and write game. You're going to try to fill in the cards. You're going to first collect the cards, then try to fill them all in according to the rules. They give you points and bonuses, and you're trying to be the most efficient person at doing that so that at the end of the game you have the most points. Super easy, super fast. Generally when we play this, we play 2 or 3 rounds right like back to back because like it's so fun and it's only a 20-minute game, so you just want to keep playing. Just an awesome game in a tiny little box. That means it travels well, and yeah, this is a great game for all kinds of people. Great family game, Silver and Gold. Now, next up, we have Nova Luna, which is nominated for, I believe it's nominated for the Spiel des Jahres this year, Game of the Year, and or the Kennerspiel, which is the strategy game of the year. I can't remember, one of the two. I haven't had a chance to play it yet. It's designed by Uwe Rosenberg and Corne van Moorsel, who I haven't heard about personally, but Uwe Rosenberg, obviously a very famous designer, and Stronghold Games only really puts out great games. It's a very cool looking game, very interesting looking game, and definitely worth a try. It is a 1 to 4 player game that takes only 30 minutes. If you can get a quality game that you can play in 30 minutes, that is a great value. So Nova Luna, more in stock. We had brought in the most recent expansion to Dominion called Menagerie, and it sold out pretty quickly, so we brought in another copy. This being the newest expansion, I haven't had a chance yet to play it, but if you are a fan of Dominion, then I would definitely recommend checking this out. I'm sure there are some good reviews of this online, and you can see what it's all about. Menagerie. Oh boy, where to start? First of all, more copies of Cartographers. This is an amazing flip and write game. And by flip and write, what I mean is there's a deck of cards, and every turn you flip a card, the card from the top of the deck, and it'll have certain shapes on it and terrain types, and you're gonna draw them on that player sheet. And everybody's doing that simultaneously. You can play any number of players as long as you have a player sheet. You're going to try to place those terrains in such a way that the scoring rules are maximized in terms of how many points you get. There's 4 different scoring rules. You see there the A to D, and each season, there's 4 seasons, spring, summer, fall, and winter. Each season, 2 of them are going to be active. So A and B will be active in the spring, B and C in the summer, C and D in the fall, and D and A in the winter. And so you're just trying to react to those cards in the best way you can to get the most points. Also, there in the deck, there are some monster cards, and the monster cards are nefarious. When a monster card is drawn, you have to take your sheet and pass it to your neighbor. The card will say whether you go clockwise or counterclockwise, and then your neighbor gets an opportunity to draw the shape shown on the monster card on your sheet in a definitely not very convenient place. And you don't like that, because monsters are going to give you negative points between rounds if they are not surrounded by other terrain types. So for the rest of the round, you're going to be scrambling to try to surround the monsters with other terrain so that they don't cost you points. This game is a heck of a lot of fun. It's quite easy to learn. It plays pretty quickly, maybe like half an hour or so. I don't know what the box says, but I bet it's about half an hour. Well, it says 30 to 45 minutes. I would go closer to half an hour with this one. Boy, is it a lot of fun, and this can be played again and again and again. There's a bunch of different scoring rules, and you're going to have a different set each time, which means the replayability is just amazing on this game. And if you do run out of sheets, you can download a player sheet and print it out, or you could laminate some copies and have it forever. So Cartographers. This, I do want to mention, this is actually a game in the Role Player series of games, and we do have Role Player and 2 Role Player expansions in stock as well, including the new one, Fiends and Familiars. Next up, Sushi Go, which was out of stock very recently, and we didn't want it to be out of stock because it's so great. And for the first time, Sushi Go Party, the version of Sushi Go that plays up to, I'm gonna say 8 players? I think it's 8 players. 2 to 8 players, yeah, whereas I think this one plays up to 5 players. Correct. This is a very lightweight card drafting game. So each round you're gonna get a small hand of cards. You're going to pick one that you like, and you're gonna pass the rest of your hand off to the player to your left or the player to your right in alternating rounds. So you're gonna see like all the, whatever cards are left over, you're going to see during the course of the game. Each of the different types of sushi cards has different scoring rules, so you're trying to collect the right cards to get the most points. Heck of a lot of fun. This game has been around for quite a while and always been popular. And, this one comes in a tiny little box and is easy to travel with, and this one is still a pretty small box, but it is great as a party game for a larger group. This one has a bigger variety of cards, so you can swap out the cards. If you've played Sushi Go, I would say it's worth getting Sushi Go Party even if you're not planning on playing it with 8 players, simply because there's some new types of cards and more variety. You can, have different experiences playing Sushi Go Party than you will with just plain Sushi Go. Here we have a restock of Stellar. This game I have not had the chance to play yet, but this game was recommended to me by, it is a 2-player game, and it was recommended to me by somebody whose opinion I trust very much in Victoria, the owner of Interactivity Board Game Cafe. He thinks it's going to be a hit in their cafe. We are probably going to keep one of these copies for the cafe, or just get another one for the cafe if it starts selling again really quick. But this is a really neat strategy game for 2 players, and now we have it back in stock. We had sold out of the Dungeon Master's Guide for D&D 5th edition, so now it's back in stock, and this will be on the shelf with all the other D&D books that we have, including the Wordling's 5th edition campaign guide and Xanathar's guide and character sheets and all that good stuff. Oh, and the Into the Borderlands reincarnation. Very cool. So there we go, the Dungeon Master's Guide. For the first time, we have Ascension. This is the brand new 3rd edition that just came out, I think. I could have egg on my face here, but I do believe this is brand new. And I have not played Ascension, but this is the expandable deck building game that has been around for a long time and is super popular. Now we have it here in stock. It is a 2 to 4 player game. Each game plays in about 30 minutes. I have not played Ascension, so I can't tell you too much more about that, other than the success of this game over the years speaks for itself, I think. It's definitely a good game, and definitely check it out, Ascension. Here we have Machi Koro, and it includes the Harbor and Millionaire's Row expansions in the box. That is a great value. I did not realize it comes with the expansions. That's great. This is a 5-player dice rolling game. Each turn somebody's going to roll 1 or 2 dice, and that is going to match up with, those dice rolls are going to match up with these cards based on the numbers that are rolled, and each card has different rules of how they either give you points or take away points from other people. It's quite a tricky game. It can be a little bit mean sometimes, but honestly not so much that I wouldn't recommend it for families. This is a really lightweight family game, very easy to learn, and something that my family has played a ton of times and still has a lot of fun playing. Machi Koro. We had Throw Burrito in stock. It sold out, so we brought one more copy in. I have not played this game yet. This is a game by Elan Lee and the Oatmeal, makers of Exploding Kittens. But it says here, place the pair of throwable burritos on the table and deal out the cards. Earn points by collecting 3 of a kind, play burrito cards, and force your friends to battle. Duel to determine the winner. So I have not played this, but is apparently a dodgeball card game. Lots of silliness, obviously a party game for 2 to 6 players, ages 7 and up. So yeah, very interesting. Dodgeball card game, what the heck. This is a special order, War Chest, the Nobility expansion. We do have the base game War Chest in stock. This is the first time I've seen this expansion. It is for someone who I know really enjoys War Chest, as I do. I don't have a copy for the Board Game Cafe library yet, but I'm probably going to have to get one. Which it's a 2 to 4 player abstract strategy game. Think chess, but a bit more variable, and you can also play it in teams of 2, which is really neat. War Chest is a lot of fun, and here's a special order of Nobility. We were running low on the Wingspan expansion, the European expansion, which adds European birds, new endgame powers, and new between round, end of round goal card chips. This is an expansion for the 1 to 5 player game Wingspan, which we should have in stock in the middle-ish of July. We have a ton of copies coming, a number of them already reserved. If you want to reserve a copy of Wingspan, you can email us at info@meeples.ca. That is a very cool expansion for Wingspan, European expansion. This is also a special order. This is Insider, an Oink game. Comes from Japan, and although it is in English and Japanese and all different languages, this is a word guessing game. Somebody's got a word and you're trying to guess what it is. It's sort of like a 20 questions game. You're going to ask all these yes/no questions, like, is it a thing? Is it a person? Is it big? Is it small? You're going to try to figure out what the word is. One of the people around the table obviously knows the word and they're answering the questions, but one of the people also knows what the word is, but they're trying to keep it secret that they know what the word is because they don't want to be found out. So they want to help, because they don't win unless the word is guessed. So they want to give helpful clues that will lead people towards the right answer, but they don't want to be so helpful that it's obvious they're the insider. And so the insider wins if the people can guess the word right, but they don't figure out who the insider is. Otherwise, the insider loses and everybody else wins. This game is an incredible amount of fun. We do have a copy in our library, and the person who special ordered this has played this with us and loves it so much. It's one of his favorite games, and we just brought this in for him. And again, he just ordered this on Wednesday, and it's Friday, and we already have it. We're really happy that we're sometimes able to bring in things so quickly for people. That's Insider. Last but most certainly not least, for the first time at Meeples and Milkshakes, we have Bargain Quest, which is an amazingly fun game. This game, I have played this game. I believe it's 6 players. This is a card drafting game, so you're going to take cards, take one, pass them along. And in this game, you are playing the role of a shop owner who, imagine in a role-playing game or a fantasy environment, you have somebody who's selling weapons and healing potions and armor and things like that. And a bunch of adventurers are going to come into your store trying to get themselves all armed up and ready to take on the monsters. You are offering some of these items for sale, and you want to offer the best prices, and you want to offer the things that are going to help, and you actually have a vested interest in the success of these heroes attacking the monsters. And so it's quite a unique game, a heck of a lot of fun. I've played this several times. I've seen it played even more times than that. It's great, and Renegade Game Studios put it out. They always make good products. I don't think I've ever seen anything by them that I don't think is great. And now we finally have it in stock. We're really happy to have this here, and it's going to be for sale on meeples.ca and in store tomorrow morning when we open. For the first time on the weekend, we were open on Wednesday at the store from 10 to 5 on Canada Day. That was really special for us. And now we're going to be open again on Saturday, and we're going to see how it goes, and we might be open even more often down the road now that all of our games are set up. So thanks very much for watching this video, this very special video, the first time being recorded at the cafe in our pre-renovation state, and we hope to see you here soon. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, share, subscribe, hit the bell, all that stuff, and help us get the word out. And we will see you soon. Thanks again. Bye.